And you're live.
Good evening, men, because that's all that joins us pretty much. There's usually not any ladies in here besides my fiance. Anyways, we are back. We are here live on whatever the date is on this Memorial Day. So thank you to everybody who served. I guess I'll start there. We are back here on the #1 live MMA commentary channel on YouTube. I'm one of your hosts, the source, the king, the one who gets it done, Mr. Intel, the one you miss, the one you thought of, the one you've been waiting to hear, waiting for so long, 3 weeks now. Trey, where have you been? What's going on? What's up with Midget DC? Where's he been? What's going on? Here's the deal. Okay, y'all seen the year Miller's had. Y'all have seen the year that he's gone through. It's been a long, long year for him. I said, Miller, this was after we got done with our last stream. I waited for him off the air. I said, Miller, you need to take a long, hard look at yourself. You need to take a long, hard look at yourself in the mirror and find out who you really are. Because the way you've been talking, the way you've been choosing fights, the flip-flop you've been doing, the U-turn, the pancake that's been going on makes me sick to my stomach, and it needs to change or I can't go on. Miller said, you know what? You know what? You're the source. You're the king. You're the one who gets it done. You're Mr. Intel. I said, okay, thank you. It's about time you say it. Like, finally you admit it. Hopefully he says it on camera today too, but we'll see. He says it to me. He says, you're right. Okay, I'll do it. I'll take some time off. I'll take some time off. I'll take a few weeks off. So that's why we haven't been here. He took a few weeks off. He took a long, hard look in the mirror. And I'm hoping, boys, listen, I'm praying that he comes with some good takes because guess what? We have finally made it. We are finally here. UFC 302 is upon us. Now, when I look at it, okay, the card is maybe not the best card on paper, okay? After the main event, there's maybe two fights that I think are like pop off the paper and I'm like, "Ooh, I really want to see those." Other than that, the card on paper is not incredible, but I will say this. I do think this is one of those cards where you look at it on paper and you say, yeah, I'm not sure if this is it. I'm not sure if this is the one. But it ends up popping off and being one of the better cards that we've seen. Now, listen, we got a great card coming after this, too. We all know what that one is. But with that being said, I will say this. Finally, the answers will be had. Finally, we will not have to listen to this bum over here who dreadfully speaks every single week, talking out of the side of his neck, telling me that he thinks finally, Dustin Poirier is going to be champion. After a pitiful last showing, after he beat a guy with a staph infection, a hole infection. There was a hole in his head the size of a quarter with no stamina, could barely breathe. And he was getting beat kind of in the first round. I don't care what anybody says. Benoit was beating him. Now I'm telling you right now, Dustin Poirier is going to lose. I'm saying it. Dustin Poirier is going to lose to Islam. And after this happens, I'm hoping for all of us. I really am. I'm hoping for all of us, and I'm hoping for Dustin's sake. It is time to ride off into the sunset. You will not get another opportunity. There is no chance you will get another title shot. I don't care what happens. It is done after this. After this, it is absolutely over for Dustin. So when this happens, and he will lose, he'll probably get choked out. I think he's going to get submitted probably. And when he does, he better ride off into the sunset. Miller, welcome back, the brand new Miller. Let's hope, boys. Let's see what he's got for us.
Beautiful transition. We are live. I actually changed the screen as you said that. So that was beautiful. Number one. It's back like we never left. I don't want to get ahead of myself because we have to talk about Poirier, Makhachev. There's Sean Strickland, Costa. I was gonna start, but I think it's a little bit premeditated. Whether Poirier, after he wins the title, does he retire or does he stay? I think that's a good question to answer, and I almost want to jump right into that, but I guess we got to talk about the fight too. But Trey, if just travel with me here. If Dustin Poirier wins, hypothetically, I know you give him no chance. If he does though, does he win the title and ride off into the sunset, or does he defend it?
What? He has to defend it, or he's an absolute cornball. Why would he win it and go away?
I mean, he might pull a Cejudo where, he wins a title fight. I think he was defending it in that instance, but he's been around long enough. He's talked about it as well, too, as far as he doesn't know whether he's going to retire if he wins or loses. But what caught my attention was if he wins, he still might retire. So I just figured I ask. If he wins,
he's in that.
It'll be amazing.
Is that
just
not
drop the title and leave?
Is that not? Why? That would be so lame. You think that's a flex? You think that's nice? You think that's cool?
You're 100% right. It is so lame. There's only one exception. And that's if Dustin Poirier does it. I can't think of another name that can do that, and it's not lame unless it's Dustin Poirier. I really can't. Like
Miller Miller, you're the most biased cornball. Like, if somebody you don't like,
I'm so serious.
and it's dope. Listen, if somebody you don't like does something and it's dope, you're gonna be like, whack. If somebody that you like does something whack, you're gonna be like, yeah, that was kind of fire. That's who you are.
I can't think of anybody. Let's have a little fun. Memorial Day, by the way. Thank you for everyone that has served. It's a holiday, and you guys are still here, so appreciate it. Is there anybody besides Poirier that can get away with that? I can't think of nobody. Poirier is the only one.
But you're saying he gets away with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely not.
No?
Absolutely not.
There might be one other name.
One person.
And I don't see him ever getting the title again. Jose Aldo. If he were to do that because of his extensive career, you could say, you know what? It's understandable.
Okay, I got one more for you.
Okay.
And there's no chance.
Chat, let us know if you guys think of anybody. Mm-hmm.
There's no chance he's winning the title again. Like, okay, so I'm definitely not saying that. But if he could win and retire, and I would be like, okay, and that's Stipe.
That would be fair. If he beat John Jones and he doesn't want to fight Aspinall, I think you gotta let him get away with that one. He's been around for that long as well, too. He's old as heck as well. That's fair. Chat, you guys have any other names? Because I think this is a fair question. We have Stipe, we have Jose Aldo, we have Dustin Poirier. Is there anybody else?
Not one of them.
Oh, absolutely.
Dustin is not one.
How so?
You need to ask if Dustin is one. He's not one. Miller, he has wanted the title for so long and been talking so much yip yap and has gotten title shot after title shot that he does not deserve. He better defend one or two if he gets the title.
No,
or he's a cornball.
He's been around since the WEC days.
It's all BS.
No, he's been around for. He's been around for. He's won the interim title at least, which I think that counts for something. Extensive career's been around since the WEC days. Took out your boy Conor twice. Max Holloway beat Gaethje, lost to Gaethje, beat Chandler. Was willing to fight anybody. If he beats, Khabib Jr. And he almost caught Khabib with the gilly. Don't be silly. I mean, listen, at this point, You got to give him credit. Chris, I see you waiting for a second. Just give us like a few more seconds. This is a good conversation. I'm sorry to jump ahead a little bit. Also as well too, another hypothetical theory.
Hold on.
Go ahead. I'm getting ahead of myself. I missed the chat.
I want to do this.
Yeah.
You need to. I'm gonna help you.
I'm talking fast. I need to slow down.
I'm gonna stop you before you say something stupid. This is what you do. Let's remember we're new. We're a new man here. Okay, it's a new you. I want you to rank them. All the guys we just said. All the guys you just said. On who is more like qualified to do that, okay?
That's a tough
question.
Who
could do it? Like you're saying, do it and get away with it. Who is the most qualified to do that? Stipe, Aldo, Dustin. Did we get any other names?
Yeah.
Is there any other names of people that think?
Drew said Conor. If you guys have any other names of a fighter that could win the title, retire, let us know. We need one more good name. I mean, Drew has Conor, so let's wait a few seconds before we answer that question.
Conor's fun.
That's not a bad one.
We can add Conor.
We'll literally wait.
4? Let's get one more.
Yeah, let's get one more. Let me read chat for a bit. Yo, Tarzan, great prediction on Anthony Smith versus Vitor Petrino. Tarzan said, I had a feeling. Miller immediately right back at it. It'd be respected. I believe it says Tarzan. So smart man Tarzan. I feel like I'm cheating, but Conor. Drew says Conor. I'm going with my heart all year. F it. I know Islam will win, but give me Dustin. Beta, I respect it. Let's do that for now. If we get one name before Tarzan says Volkanovski. He's already won the title, but that would be let's add Volkanovski and rank those 5 guys, okay? Cody Garbrandt, right. That's not a bad one if he were to win. He's been around for so long. I mean, that's not the worst idea, Mr. Mustache. I'm not.
He's already won it too, though.
I know, but so has Volkanovski, so has Conor. But we're talking about fighters that could simply win the title, even if it's again, and retire, that are still fighting. All right, let's go with those names and rank them in order. I mean, we might have to take Volkanovski out. That's too easy. It's been so recent. All right, Poirier, Conor, Stipe, and Aldo, right? Those are the 4 names. And we might throw Volkanovski and Garbrandt in there. But for those 4 names, I'm going Aldo, the one that just get out of jail free card.
Definitely can win it and retire, and nobody would be upset.
It's Jose.
Okay.
Poirier, Stipe, no. I'm sorry. Well, let me do that again. Aldo, so Jose Aldo, Poirier, Conor, Stipe. That's my order.
Those are guys that
have an explanation.
Could win. That you think could win the belt and retire. That's your rank on people you think could get away with it.
Yes, so that could retire. Yes.
You think DP is second in that?
Absolutely.
And the most deserving of to win it and retire.
Honestly, it wouldn't be wrong if I put him at number 1. But Jose, I think, has done just way too much. Yes, absolutely. No question.
Miller. Come on, bro.
I'm dead serious.
You're not serious about that. You're not.
Why not?
Miller. How? Over Stipe? Over Conor?
Stipe has been so inactive. Conor has been so inactive. Jose has just recently retired, but he has been very active. So has Poirier. And he beat Benoit when nobody thought he would beat him. And we're here now.
Being the most deserving. I didn't say who's fought the most recent. Like, that doesn't...
You're active, so you're deserving. Why would Conor or Stipe be more deserving than Dustin? I think that's a better question.
I don't know. Maybe because Conor helped build the sport into what it is. He was the face of the UFC for forever, hasn't fought in so long, and still is arguably the face of the UFC. You could argue that he's number 1 on that list.
It's not a bad argument. You almost convinced me there a little bit. I still don't think he deserves it more than Poirier, but that's fair. He's done so much, but the man is still in clubs doing coke. I mean, come on. I know you saw the clip.
What puts Dustin above Conor? Like what? Where? Like what is it?
Activity activity and beating Benoit, beating a contender, fighting a young guy that you could say it was almost a lose-lose situation for Poirier.
Benoit,
and has been active.
Beat Benoit and it has 3-4 more fights than Conor since they last fought. He deserves it more than Conor.
Absolutely.
That is the dumbest Miller. That's the worst argument. That is like what does that even add up to?
Benoit,
What about
Gate.
what about what Connor's done for the sport? What about
Okay.
the first two belt holder? Like what about that? What about the Khabib match? What about what he did for Dustin's career? He literally put Dustin on the map. He gave Dustin all the money he has
did.
right now.
And he's taking advantage.
He gave Dustin his biggest win of his career.
Benoit, Gaethje, Chandler, Oliveira, McGregor. Those are the last 5 names that Dustin Poirier has fought. Let's go to Connor. Let me see. Let me click on this real quick. His last 2. Oh, wow. Last fight is Poirier lost. Cerrone won. Khabib lost. Eddie Alvarez won back in 2016. We're talking about who deserves it more. And you really think that Connor deserves it more than Poirier? When I just read you the last 5 fights. Come on, Trey. Let's be honest.
Miller, I'm talking about what he's. You're looking at. That's what I'm saying. You're looking at the last 5 fights. The last 5 fights. 2 of Dustin's last 5 fights is Connor,
and he's won.
That's his biggest fights ever. And it's Connor. It's not because of Dustin. No, Miller. It's not because of Dustin. It's because of Connor. What does that tell you?
And he's about to fight Makhachev. What
does that tell you?
That's a big win.
And he's about to lose.
He's about to
lose. So what does that mean?
We're saying hypothetically, if he wins, it is justified for him to retire.
Why?
It's justified.
Why every time we're on here, we're doing a hypothetical on
it's
what
a good one.
You want to happen happens. You're always doing that.
It's a good one.
Hypothetically, what if what I say comes true?
If Makhachev wins,
you always say.
Oh no,
I'm just saying that's the card you play every time.
But we could do the opposite, or we could do whatever hypothetical you want as well too. I think it's fair to travel down.
But listen, Miller. No, here's the thing. I just wanted to see what you say. I know why we do that every time because it's the wrong. You're always wrong.
Stop.
So we got to do the. We got to see what the wrong answer would be. Miller, we got to see what the wrong answer would be because I'm usually right. So we get to see that outcome. We don't get to see what your outcome would be.
You know that all the videos and podcasts that we've done, it's still out there. If I wanted to make a compilation, oh my God, you've been wrong way more times than you've been right.
Miller.
I've been right way more times than I've been wrong. Trey, let's be honest. Trey,
Miller, you would be sitting there with your jaw dropped like this. Oh, I cannot believe he predicted that. Oh my God, how early did he say that? That was 3 months before that even happened. Are you kidding me? That's what you would be saying.
That was like once with Sean O'Malley. We have our first call. We'll come back to this, guys. Say that in the back of your minds because I think that's a great topic. We didn't even plan that, but it just came to my mind because I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited about Poirier coming back. Trey, you should be too. He's one of those soldiers that you're gonna respect after he's gone. It's fitting. It's Memorial Day. We're remembering fallen soldiers and people that have served. There's gonna come a time 3 years down the line where it's the same day. We're gonna be like, wow, Poirier did so much for the sport, and we didn't appreciate him while he was here. I have. I'm saying for you. Anyways, we have Chris on the line. Chris, welcome to the stream. Yo.
It's good to see you guys again. I thought I wasn't going to speak to you guys again. I'm like, yo, when these guys going to come back?
Listen, I'm not going to lie, Chris. It feels good to be missed. You're not the only one. There's been a bunch. I'm sorry, Trey. What were you going to say?
I was going to say Miller had to get right. He took a long, hard look at himself. He's back. He's a new man.
Yeah. Chris.
So how's your Memorial Day, guys?
It's going great, and it's going to be even better when you tell us because I can't wait. We need to get right to it. It's a big weekend. It's been a long time since we had a big weekend. Chris, Dustin Poirier, Islam Makhachev. Tell us straight who's going to win and why.
I'm not going to lie, and I know you guys could argue about it, but I'm going to have to say no, not Dustin Poirier, Islam Makhachev, and still the champ. And guess what? He breaks Khabib's record by a 14-fight win streak.
The stats, the stats by Chris.
Beautiful. That's my guy. He knows what he's talking about.
And guess what? Guess what? If Dustin Poirier loses, well, I did say he was going to be the third. No, he's going to be the 6th fighter to lose 3 title fights since Pedro Rizzo, Chael Sonnen, Uriah Faber, Alexander Gustafsson, and Colby Covington. No offense.
They don't call him the encyclopedia for no reason. He came. It's been a few weeks straight with the stats. Listen, Chris, you don't give him any chance?
Listen, I don't understand how in God's name you get a title shot by defeating a 12 ranked guy who never became
Ow.
champion. Who, yeah, I know it's a staph infection stuff, which is very weird. But I'm like, how do you get a title? I still don't understand to this day, and I'm still trying to calculate that homework. That how do you get a title shot beating a French guy, a French guy, whatever he is? And I'm like, is that the new normal? Like UFC fighters get title shots by defeating like 12 ranked contenders?
I mean, Sean O'Malley beat Piotr Jan. He was what, number 12, I believe. 12 or 11. Beats Piotr Jan,
Yeah,
gets the
because
title
he got
shot.
lucky.
Listen, I agree with you. I thought Piotr Jan won that fight, but we've seen it happen before. Number 10, number 11, number 12 beats the number 1 contender, goes for the title shot. Now, Benoit wasn't the number 1 contender, but with the lightweight division being so stacked, Dustin did what he had to do. He beat Benoit, and he has a outstanding resume. I mean, he's fought Gaethje, Benoit, Chandler, Oliveira, Conor. As of recent, probably arguably the biggest name in the lightweight division besides Makhachev. I think that's why he's getting the shot. Chris, let me ask you: do you not like that he's getting the shot, or you don't mind, or would you have put someone else to get the shot instead of him? And also, one more thing. I'm sorry, Chris. Tarzan said something that's true. Arman Saryukian turned it down.
No, you want to know the reason why he turned him down, and he made a statement, and I believe that statement was true, because if he was gonna say yes, he would not be ready. He would automatically lose. I'm talking about Arman Zarukian. And not just that, like Arman Zarukian already knew that Dustin Poirier was gonna get the shot because, so get this, on the week of UFC 300, there was already talks about it, and those talks were true. And then like on the night like after the event was over, Dana White was like, "Oh, UFC 302 in Makhachev versus Poirier."
Right.
Actually, I already knew that was gonna happen too, so that's nothing new.
Tarzan says in the chat, right place, right time, right person. Yeah, I think so. It was Arman that turned it down. I think it was someone else that turned it down as well too. They asked two people. Gamrot, that's who it was, which is ironically Poirier's training partner. So 2 people turned it down. I mean, Dustin Poirier gets a shot. I think Islam Makhachev is a minus 625 or something like that, which is just, I don't know. I might bet the house on it. Chris, one more question for you, Chris. If Dustin Poirier wins, hypothetically, do you have a problem if he decides to retire if he beats Islam Makhachev?
If he retires, I'm like, what the hell? You're gonna be another Henry Craphudo to retire the belt? I'm like, nah.
Yep.
I don't think me and Chris have agreed this year, Trey. Why do you think that is?
Because Chris is not talking stupid anymore. He's finally understanding how the fight game works. Look, Chris is one of the he's been here for a while. He's been here for a few months. He's been listening to me for a while. He's finally talking with some knowledge. Chris, you're a beautiful man when you talk like this. I love when you call in here and talk like this.
Appreciate it.
And listen, co-main event, Sean Strickland, Paulo Costa. Who do you have, Chris?
I'm not gonna lie, and I know Trey's gonna agree with this one. I gotta go with Sean Strickland.
Yep.
This has been the Trey and Chris year, man. 2024 is a special one.
And guess what? We've been hot too, Chris. We haven't been wrong much, have we?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. Earlier this year, we started going like back and forth, like from Megatron to Optimus Prime. But nah, this is like peace terms.
No, this is fun. This is fun to watch. This is fun to watch. I mean, Strickland and Costa. It's a good fight. How do you guys have it playing out?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. When Sean Strickland does win, people will say, "Oh, he's ready," but a lot of people are sleeping on Whitaker versus Chimaev.
I got plenty of thoughts on that fight as well too.
Yeah, because look, I'm not against Sean Strickland, and in that last fight, it was rigged. I'm talking about him versus DDP. That was rigged.
Interesting. You thought it was close? You thought Strickland won that fight?
He won the fight. I could say no, not even 9 out of 10. 10 out of 10, he won that fight.
Wow. I mean, so he wins. Does he go back for the title? Does he have to beat Costa in impressive fashion? It doesn't matter.
I believe like he's gonna win, but he might try to knock him out. But I think he's gonna end by unanimous decision by AKA Sean Strickland.
No, that's fair. Trey, how do you have it playing out?
I think Sean Strickland is going to absolutely dog this bum. I think he's overhyped. I think everybody's just on him because the social media. I think Sean Strickland's about to go in there, walk him down the whole time. And I think he wins by decision. I think it's unanimous decision, easy.
Chris, I had to take you out if you hear me out there because there was some stuff in the background there. Costa.
That's what I'm saying. What do we got? Telemundo playing in the background. What's going on here, dude? Seriously.
Listen,
I'm trying to talk UFC right now. We got Telemundo episodes playing in the background.
Chris is a busy man, all right? He has a lot going on. It's obvious that someone walked into his office and had something to tell him that was urgent.
Yeah, his nurse is walking into his room back again.
If anybody wants to join back in Discord, jump in there, then we will have a conversation. The Costa one and Strickland, listen, I'll be honest. It'll be cool to see Costa win. I almost want to pick Costa. I'm a little bit undecided. I like picking the underdogs. It's just I think Costa relies on that one big shot. Yeah, I think Costa relies on the one big shot. And honestly, I think Strickland doesn't get enough credit for how good he is defensively. And Costa caught Whitaker a few times, even hurt him, wasn't able to put him out. If you can't put Whitaker out, even after you land a big shot, it's going to be even tougher against Strickland. Strickland is one of the best defensive fighters in his weight division. I think he's that good. He's ordinary, or he sticks to the fundamentals. We can't blame him for that. But damn, Strickland and Costa. Let me look at what the odds are real quick.
Also, y'all are just finally about to see Costa's he's not up there with the big dogs. Like, I'm sorry. I'm done listening to people talk about him with the secret juice and all that bullcrap. Okay, he's not a great fighter. He's a sloppy fighter. And he's going to go in there. Sean's going to walk him right down the middle. 1-2s all day. He's going to unanimous decision him. He might just bully him. Costa is going to be bloody. I'll say that. It's going to be a bloody match.
Something fun we do is we always talk about the odds, and I like messing with Trey about to see how accurate he is. He's usually way off. Trey, Strickland and Costa, what do you think the odds are?
I think Strickland's a minus 235.
You honestly haven't checked, right? It's a minus 215 plus 164 plus 164 for Costa. That's not worth betting on, right? Like what would you do in this situation? Like if you were picking Costa, would you take this bet? The odds aren't good enough, even if you're picking Strickland.
I would go and look and see whatever you would like. If you like Strickland, if you think Strickland's going to knock him out, TKO him, if you think he's going to submit him, if you think he's going to win by decision, I would go and bet that because that's probably better odds than whatever his line is. You can probably get those in the minus 130 or even maybe underdog odds, maybe plus 115 maybe for decision.
And you're giving
decision might be favored.
And you're giving Costa no shot. You think he's relying on a knockout to win, no chance in a decision? Does it have to be by knockout?
It's just no shot. It's just like here's the thing. He's a sloppy fighter. He gets tired. Like he's just not. Sean is a different breed. Sean is a freak. Sean's crazy. He's got stamina. He'll stand there in the pocket, walk you right down the middle. When he gets hit hard, if Costa does land, when Sean gets hit hard, he likes it. He walks into it even more. He wants it even more. So it's like maybe he knocks him out. But Sean sneakily has a chin. Besides the Pierre fight, I mean, he has a little chin on him. I think it's going to be unanimous decision. If I was to bet the fight, I would bet Sean by decision. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I think Costa. What frustrates me with Costa the most is that it's almost as if he's just able to get into that next gear and just have a little more output. Granted, he could get caught as well, but I think he's could have done a lot better in his career. Against Whitaker, that fight to me was winnable for him if he just gave a little bit more offense. Whitaker was landing on him. Costa was never hurt. Costa will land on Whitaker. He almost hurt him every time he landed.
On average, though, who do you think throws more in their fight, Sean or Robert Whitaker?
Sean, I think, as well, too.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
so. Yeah.
So if you're telling me that Paulo's got to have more offense on Robert Whitaker, who's not throwing as much, what do you think is going to happen against Sean?
And
He's
not
gonna
only
get
that,
walked down.
And not only that, he's better defensively as well, too. Chris, I didn't kick you out necessarily. There was a lot of background noise, so I had to take you out of the chat, but you can feel to come back in whenever. Yeah, Strickland, I think the cardio, I think him not really ever getting hit by anything big. Like, look how DDP won. He had to win a decision. To win by knockout against Sean Strickland is almost impossible unless you're Alex Pereira, right? Besides that, it's tough. Damn, man, I want to pick Costa so bad, but I'm gonna go Strickland as well too. I think it's a decision winner.
Come on, dog.
Yeah, I think you
He's
have
a
to.
new man. He's a new man. He's back, baby.
I mean, listen, that's the one that I gotta go with my mind instead of my heart. Kevin Holland is on the card as well too. I like Kopilov a lot too. I don't know if you've ever watched any of his fights, but he's I think he's pretty fundamental. He's fighting an undefeated fighter. You have Grant Dawson fighting Joe Selecki. Nico Price fighting Morono. Another fighter I really like is Morono. But listen, we could talk about this all day. Let's get back to the main event. Islam Makhachev, Dustin Poirier. We're back. All right, guys. This is the conversation that everybody wants to talk about. Some people think Dustin has no chance at all. Some people feel Dustin is going to pull off the upset. As far as the chat, after 10 votes, Makhachev 78%, Dustin Poirier 22%. Poirier looks focused. Islam Makhachev looks focused. Is there anything out there that you say, you know what, Poirier has a chance, Trey? Or is this just going to be a domination from the opening bell to the end?
Going to be a domination from the opening bell to the end. I'm telling you right now, Miller. I'm telling you. First of all, he didn't deserve the fight. The UFC didn't think he deserves the fight. So that just tells me one thing. Second of all, there is nothing in I can't say it enough. There's nothing in his last fight that showed me he has even a snowball's chance in hell of beating Islam. It's just not gonna happen. He doesn't have it. When he was in the octagon fighting Benoit, I'm just like, he should be dominating him. This dude has a staph infection. This dude has no stamina. He's gassed. You can clearly see it. You can clearly see him fatigued. He's throwing way slower than he's been and everything. But he doesn't really do anything. He kind of loses the first round. He's getting pieced up by a dude with a staph infection that can barely throw. And he was getting tagged. Miller, Islam's going to tag him. I don't know if he'll sit him down. I'm still like questioning how heavy Islam's hands is because of what he did to Charles, but everybody does that to Charles. So Charles is kind of glassy now. So you don't really know how true it is because everybody's dropping him off. But I do see it getting to the ground. I don't know if it's from a takedown. It quite possibly could be, or it could be from a knockdown from Islam landing on him because he is going to land on Dustin because of a sloppy staph infection boy that can barely throw, barely have any stamina is landing on him. Then a primed up Islam is definitely going to be landing on him. And just how they are, just how them guys are, Islam could be even all that. They'll strike a little bit just to prove a point, just to show that they can do that. And then when it gets to the ground, I don't think he's getting back up. Islam is going to choke him out. He's going to choke him out. And it's going to be over. Second or third round, it will be over. And Dustin needs to retire after the fight. I'm dead serious. He needs to ride off into the sunset. If he wants to have a comeback fight and do something 2 years from now and have something crazy ride off, sure. But he needs to go for a while.
All right, so Trey, I heard everything you said, but we have to take one thing into consideration that might change everything you said. All right, first let me read 3 messages. The last one is going to stand out. Chris says Islam Makhachev via TKO beginning of second round. Very believable. Mustache says, even though I got Islam, Dustin has a solid chance. It's still a fight. We have seen crazier things, but I don't know. Very true. Plug says Islam won't stand with Dustin. This is my question to you, Trey. I agree with Plugs. I think Islam is going to be smart and go for the takedown, and he will probably get it. I'm not saying I don't believe that Islam can't take him down every single round, hold him down, even though it's going to be boring and win a boring decision. I'm not neglecting that. That's a possibility. But hypothetically, Trey, just hear me out. Travel with me one more time. Travel with me.
Here we go again.
Travel with me one more time. Again. Let's hypothetically say Islam could even get a takedown in the first round, second round, fine. Let's hypothetically say rounds 3 to 5 or just a fight in general. Islam is having a tough time taking Poirier down, and it essentially becomes a striking match. Are you telling me even if it's that Poirier has no chance? That's my $1 million question. Let's say it's hypothetically a striking match. No chance?
%35% chance, I would say.
Stop. Islam is that much better than Poirier standing?
I just think, well, that's the thing. You think they're just going to stand and strike the whole time. I think Islam is still going to make it a dirty fight, have him up against the cage, just be roughing him up, holding him up against the cage, throwing knees to the thigh, like, little jabs to the face and stuff. Islam's going to do that. Like, he's not just going to stand there and bang with Dustin. That's not going to happen. That's what I'm saying. That's what you think it's one or the other. You think they go to the ground, Islam dominates, or they stand up and just strike. I'm saying if they end up standing up and Dustin somehow is stuffing the takedowns and doing all that, Islam is going to make it dirty, get him up against the cage, and it's going to be one of those fights. And then Dustin's going to have to scramble and go hard and throw as hard as he can and try and break out of all the clinches and everything, get gassed, and then inevitably, like I said, get choked out. So it full circles right back around.
Again, it's a very tough fight for Poirier. It's a very tough fight for Poirier.
He's stuck.
But I might be reaching. I'll be honest. I usually don't do this. I might be talking like a fan. But hear me out. You don't think there's any validity or merit to Poirier training with Gamrot? As probably fighting in the same style as Makhachev and pushing him in the gym. And to add to that, one more thing, Makhachev looked human twice. He got knocked out once, right? But very recently, he looked human. Against Volkanovski, he looked very, very tired in that first fight, where I think we could agree that if Volkanovski had one more minute in that first fight, he would have finished Makhachev. You can't see Makhachev getting tired and winded in the last and final round, kind of like Gaethje Poirier won. Is that not possible? I mean,
maybe, but like, bro, but Dustin doesn't have the speed that Volkanovski is one of the best point strikers, and just like speed and just movement in the ring, getting after it. Dustin doesn't do that. Dustin, like I said, squares up 50 times, pulls his shorts up 150 times, and then just keeps, fainting. Really, that's Dustin's game. Then he'll throw a haymaker and then a couple combos. But Volkanovski is so quick. Like, that's not, the speed is just completely different right there. That's I don't know. I don't see that happening. That's what I'm saying. I don't see that happening. Dustin's like, this is looking at after his last fight. Like, looking at his last fight. Does he look anything like Volk looked when he went in there and fought Islam? Heck no. I mean, heck no. He looked sloppy in there.
I've done my due diligence, Trey. Let me break it down for you, okay? Just listen. If you have a notebook nearby and a pen, feel free to write all of this down, because it all comes together. And I really need you to think about this. All right, look. You made a good point. You said, I don't know if Dustin Poirier has what Volkanovski has, right? I'm paraphrasing. Basically, Volkanovski, one of the best point fighters. You said that. That's fair. We can also say Volkanovski or Poirier doesn't have something, or Volkanovski doesn't have something that Poirier has, and that's the power. I think Poirier could hurt Islam if he lands clean. I think it benefited Volkanovski going from 145 to 155, where he had more stamina than Makhachev. I'll agree with you. I don't know if Poirier could be as energized in the 5th round, closing seconds, as Volkanovski was against Makhachev. But I think the equalizer that he does have is the power, Trey. I think he could genuinely hurt Makhachev. And I think Makhachev could genuinely hurt Poirier. And it's all about whether he could keep it off the ground. And all I'm saying is that this is the man's last chance. He's gonna pull it off, Trey. He's gonna pull it off, Trey. And I wish there was a way I could timestamp this moment, but guys, remind me of this. He's going to pull it off, Trey. He's gonna go in there, weather the storm in the first few rounds. Come fourth round, this guy is tagging Makhachev. Oh, Makhachev looks tired. Poirier looks normal. It looks like the momentum is shifting because Makhachev took him down the first 2-3 rounds. Poirier looked like he was getting dominated. It looks like that's the way it's just going to end. Come fourth round, come fifth round. And in the fifth round, he might knock him out. Poirier has said it himself too, that's what he's going for. I'm buying it. He sold me. Poirier is going to knock him out. Poirier is going to land that left straight down the middle, and we're going to see Makhachev. Remember the look that Makhachev had in his eyes when Volkanovski was beating him up? In the closing seconds, he's going to have that same look, just eyes wide open like this. I don't know what to do. This guy just doesn't stop coming forward. In the fifth round, he's going to knock him out. I feel we might come back to this and I might look foolish, but he's going to knock him out, Trey. Hand on Bible, I believe it. I believe it.
You really don't believe it.
I believe
saying it. You're trying to convince yourself. You keep saying it over and over like you're trying to convince yourself.
I'm hyped up.
Miller, this is one of those stories that needs to be written down in a book that you could tell the children later and let it be a teaching moment for them, where you can have everything go right for so long. You can train and be one of the best in the sport and have everything go right for so long in your career, get win after win, build your name up to one of the best in the pedestal, possibly be a Hall of Famer in the sport. Go on to beat your rival, get all the way to the top, that you have so much favor in the league that you're in that you are getting things that you don't deserve, and you get one more title shot. But kids, this is where life isn't fair, because his last chance, his last shot, his last opportunity is against none other than Islam Makhachev, and that's where it gets unfortunate, and life isn't fair sometimes. Unfortunately, he didn't have some bum up there that he could possibly beat and take the title from and finally be the king that everybody thinks he is, everybody claims he is, and that he thinks he is right now. He thinks he's that guy. He's really not, though. He's about to find out. He's about to find out Saturday. But this will be a great teaching moment. Sometimes life isn't fair. Sometimes there's Islam Makhachevs in your way.
We have two callers.
And you got to take the beating, and you got to move on along. Let them in.
Well, we have two callers waiting. I'm gonna add them in, but let me just say one thing, Trey. I really believe it, and it's coming together more and more. Let me tell you one thing, Trey. Has it not been the year of the upsets? To Poirier beating Volkanovski. Let's be honest.
Though?
Absolutely. Most people thought Volkanovski was going to win. 100%.
Really?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Not only that, let's take it a step further. Max Holloway, Justin Gaethje, the world thought that Gaethje was going to win, right? Do you remember that?
That was wild.
You yourself thought there was no... Do you remember the clip we made? Do you remember the clip we made about you? There's no way Holloway wins.
No.
No. Oh, okay.
But like that's just Justin Gaethje. You never know which Justin you're gonna get.
Now how convenient. How convenient, Trey.
That's what it is. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows there's two Justins. Everybody knows that.
Okay. This has been the year of the upsets.
That's just known. That's just known. Sometimes you have the superstar Justin. Sometimes you have. I have no idea. You have a Drew Dober, I guess.
This is a year of the upsets. I think Joe was here before Drewski. Let's add none other than probably a man that did a better job co-hosting the show as a recent than Trey himself. That is Joe. Joe, what's up? I hope he's prepared this time.
Miller!
What's up, Joe? How you doing today, man?
I'm doing great. I missed you, brother.
I missed you a ton, and I'm glad we're back, and we're back for good. Joe, talk to us.
Well, first of all, happy Memorial Day, Trey. How are you?
Great. How's being a father?
Oh man, it's crazy, man. Seriously. All jokes aside, one of the best moments of my life, and just amazing. Just what a miracle. I thank God every day. But let's get back to the nonsense. So I just played a full 18 holes of golf for the first time in my entire life. My father bet me that he was going to give me 16 strokes and I was going to lose. He was right. I shot a 132. And he beat me. So
I don't think this has anything to do with fighting, but all right.
Well, I'm just letting you know. I'm just giving you a backstory.
Hold on.
I'm giving you what, Trey?
You shot a 132?
Isn't that horrible?
That boy shot halfway to 200.
Yes, 132.
I don't even know anything about golf, but I know breaking 100 is like what rookies do. 132? You shared that publicly.
No, it's bad.
That was interesting.
Miller, it's bad. No,
Okay.
Miller, it was bad. But in my defense, the club I was using, where I was practicing with, shattered on me after the third hole. So that's kind of what happened. So I was using clubs that I wasn't used to. Anyway,
right. Yeah.
I'm just giving the backstory. I'm tired. I've had a long day. I was like, man, let me put on Miller's show, man. He's still going on. I'm expecting to hear some knowledge.
Whoa. Whose show?
Miller DC. That's the name of the podcast.
He was right the first time.
You wish, pal. You know whose show it is.
And then I hear Miller High Life. What a surprise! And drunk.
I've heard it.
Miller, you better be careful,
too,
being so drunk on stream like that.
The guy that was drunk
that
and won about $500 on Max Holloway. Remember that? But anyways, yes.
Oh my gosh.
I guess that bothered him that much. Yeah, I mean,
Did he just leave?
I think he was in the middle of an opinion and he left. So maybe his connection. We know Joe.
I'll finish.
He does things like this.
I'll finish his thought for him.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll
wait. I think
for him. What?
We got him. Yeah, we got him.
Okay.
Yo.
Yes.
Yeah, is that better?
Yes.
Yeah, Miller High Life. Miller, you have to be very careful drinking and being drunk on stream. Someone could call CPS. I know you have a family. You really shouldn't be drinking like that much. I know it's Memorial Day. Maybe that's why you were having a couple beers. You know, you said Jamal Hill was gonna knock out Alex Pereira. You said that Marlon Vera was gonna beat Sean O'Malley.
Can I just get one word in, Joe? Just one. Just one thought.
I'm not done yet, Miller.
Just one, please. Just one.
Okay, go ahead.
I just need to know if, because this is a serious question, if Trey and Drew would agree with me, and you too, Joe. Okay. Even with all that, the drunkenness, had a couple drinks. Even with Jamal Hill losing, got that one way off. Let me just share this. Yeah. I will still shoot, and I've never played golf in my life. I will still do better than 132. Can we agree on that, Trey or Drew? I don't know. I've never played. I've never played.
That's like you have to try and hit 132. Like, that's insane. I don't even know how that happens. I would never play golf again if I ever shot a 132.
I thought so, Trey. So thank you. How about you, Drew? Would I do better than 132? Like,
yes.
I don't think so.
Yes,
okay.
You do better. I think you do better than 132.
Okay.
Well, I don't think so.
Let's resume, Joe. Let's resume.
Okay. So you said that Jamal Hill was going to knock out Alex Pereira. You were completely wrong on that. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And you said that Marlon Vera was going to knock out Sean O'Malley. You were completely wrong on that, right?
Hurt him to the body in the closing seconds if he had more time. But yes.
Got you. And if my aunt had testicles, she'd be my uncle.
Yes.
Right.
That is true.
That's true. Okay.
She don't even need to have him. Actually, you can just say you're an uncle now. But okay.
Now you're saying that the pound for pound fighter in the UFC is gonna lose to a perennial loser in Dustin Poirier, who has lost every single big fight in his entire life. That's what you're telling me.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense to me, Miller. He's not the best wrestler. He's not the best striker. And he's going up against a great striker and the best wrestler in his division. Not even close. And you think that he's going to get knocked out? You think Islam's going to get knocked out by Dustin Poirier?
Joe, you did
I would say Poirier's a great striker.
I didn't say he wasn't a great striker. I'm saying that
Yeah,
that he's not going to knock him out.
Okay, we'll get to that in a second about whether Poirier knocks him out. Joe, I'll be honest. Listen, kudos to you. Round of applause. You did a great job making that argument. But I think this question is important in order for us to continue. Be honest here, right? You asked me a ton of questions as if I was on the stand. So let me ask you a couple questions. Were you not convinced that Benoit would dominate Dustin Poirier? You guys were talking crazy, all of you guys, right?
Oh,
I was not. No, I was
stop
not.
bringing that up. I'm sick of it.
No, I was not.
Stop it, Miller.
I was not.
Hey,
that does not count.
All right,
Stop bringing that up.
even if it wasn't you, Joe, can we admit Drewski and Trey were talking crazy as if Poirier had no chance?
It wasn't the guy that we said was going to beat Poirier was not the guy fighting in the cage. We're talking about a healthy 100% Benoit. And I still think 100% healthy Benoit dogs Poirier.
He had a little boo-boo. All right?
Oh my god!
He had a little boo-boo, and you guys disrespected Poirier left and right, and he knocked him out cold.
He knocked out a shell of that guy cold.
Did it nonetheless. So, Joe, going back to this fight, what I mean, what are you trying to say? That Poirier doesn't have a chance, Joe? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I guess anyone who gets in the octagon has a chance, but what's the
No,
odds?
he has zero chance.
Let's go to the odds. No, let's go to the odds.
He has zero chance.
Islam should be a minus 500 favorite going into this fight.
He's bigger, Joe. Well, what if I told you he's bigger than that, a favorite? I swear to God, he's a minus 600 something favorite right now.
Yeah, he's a minus 625.
Rightly so.
Listen, you know what it
Miller,
is?
you think that he's not? Wait, you think he's going to stop the takedowns?
What?
Yes.
What did he show you? What did he show you in his last fight that shows you he's ready to be a champion and will beat Islam? What did he show you?
Against Benoit or his whole career? Because that's a different question.
In his last fight.
Oh, that's fair. That he could get hit, he could weather the storm, he could land his own and win a battle of attrition. That's what he showed me. And against Makhachev, he could potentially. Again, I'm not saying that Makhachev, there's no chance Makhachev wins this fight. It's very believable. It might happen. But Poirier is a very live dog in this fight.
He's a very dead dog.
Yeah.
He's dead. That boy is a dead dog.
Wait, Miller, you think he's going to stop the takedowns? I'm just want to ask you that. You think he's stopping the takedowns?
I'll give you a brief rundown on how I exactly think it's going to play out. I think he's going to get taken down in the first, second, and third round, and it looks a little ugly for him. But he's going to do just enough to survive. Listen, again, I'm not saying Makhachev doesn't sneak in a head and arm choke and submits him in the second round. Possible. I'm just saying anything is possible, right?
That's what's going to happen.
Very possible.
I wouldn't be super surprised. But what I will say is I'm trusting on the longevity of his career, on him fighting Khabib before, on him beating Benoit in spectacular fashion, and the man is focused on winning this fight. He's going to get taken down in the first, second, and third fight or a round, do just enough to survive. Come fourth round, come fifth round, Makhachev is a little tired, a little winded. Poirier landing here and there more and more, fifth round knockout. That's what I truly feel is going to happen.
Miller, you think that's going to happen?
Absolutely.
He won't even make it to the third round.
Can we do friendly wagers here?
What are you drinking?
I got second round submission, Makhachev. That's what I got.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Can we
Yeah,
do?
he won't even make it to the third round.
How strongly you feel about that, Drew? How strongly you feel about that, Drew?
Pretty strong about it. I feel pretty
I'll
strong.
say this: it might be in the first round.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not putting it past the first.
Drew, I would.
Miller, let me ask you. Miller, let me just. I know MMA math doesn't always make sense. It doesn't always work. Let me just ask you a question though.
Absolutely.
Who is a better fighter to you? Charles Oliveira or Dustin Poirier?
Ooh,
Who do you think is a better fighter?
I didn't see that question
Oh,
coming.
no,
I'll be
come
honest.
on.
This is crazy, bro.
I didn't see that.
guy's not serious.
Come on.
I didn't see. Wait. Oh, this is not supposed to be a hard question. I don't see
Phil,
the
I'm calling
obvious
I mean,
answer.
I-
here.
right now.
I don't think it's
What?
a hard question at all.
Oh wait. I
One
don't
was
even.
a champion.
I don't even know who you guys are leaning towards.
Yeah.
I thought this
I'm
was
gonna
like.
call
leaning towards
Philadelphia
Charles.
PD. I'm calling Philadelphia
Charles.
PD on you right now if you don't answer this
Right
question.
now. Right now.
Oliveira has lost like 3 times more than Poirier.
He was a champion.
Oh, that's fair. But let's be
That's
honest,
very fair.
he was a little bit of a wild card. Can we be honest? On a
Yeah.
good day, he beats
Yeah.
almost anyone, but he's also he makes bad decisions. Let's just say Poirier is a little bit more reliable. Can we agree to that?
Okay.
He's a little bit more reliable. That's a good word for him.
Is he?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess.
Is he?
Well, I guess.
He
I
don't
guess.
win the big ones.
All right, listen.
Yeah.
Drew said a second ago that
Fentanyl?
it doesn't go. that Drew said a second ago that he doesn't even make it to the 3rd round. I would offer you an invitation, Drew, if you want. Don't feel forced to. You don't have to say yes. I would give you this invitation. I think this is very fair. If it goes over 3 rounds, you owe me, I don't know,
Yeah.
$15-$20, whatever. If
What
it
is
goes
Oh my god.
what's the over under for the fight? Can you look that up? What the
over
rounds are?
2.5, I don't know. Like, that's a great question. I was trying to look that
I'm
up
just,
earlier.
no, what they haven't. What I'm just curious to what Vegas has the line set as for the over under.
Oh,
I would think it'd be
I think
think
Makhachev is a Makhachev is like a minus 625, but I don't know about the round.
yeah. I'm
Makhachev
thinking,
versus Poirier
I wonder if I bet you it was like 3.5.
rounds.
I bet you it's like.
Let
I
me
bet you it's like 2.5, 3.5.
Like 2.5.
the total for the 5-round fight is set at 2.5 rounds with the over at 124 and the under
Yeah.
at minus
So it's
160.
2.5. Okay. So it's 2.5. Wait,
pretty-
under minus 160.
Nah, bro. It's at. I'm looking on FanDuel right now. It's over under 1.5 rounds.
It's under 1. Wow. So I don't know because oh, use
1.5 rounds.
1.5. Yep. I mean
I-
that just
so-
proves
so
my
I'm-
point.
so-
Vegas doesn't think he's
The
So I'm-
over is
I-
favored at minus 176.
so
Miller.
I'm,
That's not a bad bet. It's a pretty fair bet.
I'm doing you a favor. If it goes over 2.5, you owe me 20. If it goes
In
under,
the
I
second-
owe you
in the
20.
second round.
Miller, I'm gonna have to respectfully decline that bet because
Okay.
I
I
have.
would love to hear the
He
reason.
has
There's
the
a thought. There's a feeling in the back of my mind. There's just a
Interesting. Look at
dark
Drew's.
little dull feeling that maybe just
How-
because he's. Look, I'm not saying he's gonna win. No, I'm not saying
How
that. Hear me out.
ironic. Yeah, I can't wait to hear
I'm
you out.
just saying maybe because he's a vet, he'll be able to survive and maybe a decision, but I doubt it. I mean, but
No,
maybe he can survive.
Trey, you know
Maybe.
Drew longer than I do, Trey. But I see what
Mhm.
you're talking about. I see what you're talking about. He does switch up a lot. He does.
Oh, I
He-
do. I
he-
never
he,
switch
He
up.
does. He sounded
You
so
guys, you guys
he
are a lot
sounded-
alike.
He sounded so confident when he first got in here, right? Talking about Makhachev and Poirier, but the man
I'm
won't
like
take
90-10.
but he won't take a 2.5 round going over for $20. Interesting.
Miller, have you ever seen a rat eat a
Drew-
piece of cheese?
Have I ever seen a rat eat cheese?
Have
Is
you
that what
ever
you just
seen
asked?
that rat? Yeah, have you ever seen a rat eat a piece of cheese, like some cheddar cheese?
Yes. Why?
Yeah, Islam's about to eat Dustin Poirier up like some cheddar cheese.
Listen, Joe,
It's like it's literally gonna be Islam,
Oh.
and I mean this.
I would offer the bet, both of you gentlemen.
Toying with Dustin Poirier. He's gonna be toying with him.
The invitation is out
Yeah,
there.
I don't know if he. What if he wants to just drag it out and wants to just punish Dustin? That's why I don't want to do that bet.
I
Like,
think
it's
he
up to
wants to
Islam
make a
how long
point.
the fight
I
goes.
think he wants to make a point because he said, "Who give black belt, brother? Who give this guy black belt?"
Listen, and he disrespected that man. You know, the same way Goliath disrespected David, and you saw what happened.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
ju-
God.
ju-
that
just
is a
a-
reach.
yeah,
That
you-
is
you like-
such a reach.
That is
That
a
is
reach.
such a reach.
I knew I was onto something.
Oh.
I knew I was onto something there. I know you guys don't know the Bible much, but who is this uncircumcised Philistine? Yeah, I said
Filipino.
Philippine. That's wild.
He's a Filipino.
That's
An
wild.
uncircumcised Filipino.
That's we're
Manny
gonna edit.
Pacquiao.
We're gonna edit that
That's
one out.
Manny
But
Pacquiao.
listen.
Everybody knows Goliath the Filipino.
Everybody knows Goliath versus Manny Pacquiao. It's a good one,
I
Miller. I like
I
that.
have 20 that Poirier makes it past 2.5 rounds. Any takers? Wow, you all this. You guys sound so confident, but a simple $20 bet, and everybody gets
What
quiet.
does
This
this
is
have
beautiful.
to do with Islam
I'm not-
dogging him?
I'll put it
Like-
Miller. How about this? How about Miller? How about
Okay.
this?
Okay, I'm listening.
$20 to
Uh-huh.
you if it goes over 2.5. But if
And Dustin
Islam wins, it's break even.
Wait. So
What do you think about that?
What the
Okay,
heck
what
are
do you
you
think?
talking
What-
about, Drew? That don't even make
So let-
sense.
No, so
This is
listen.
this is
Wait,
how we'll
what-
figure it out.
Dustin,
How long
if
does
it goes
it take?
over, if it goes over and Dustin wins, I owe you 40. If it goes over and Islam wins, even. If it goes under Islam wins, you owe me 40.
How long does it take a
See
rat
what
to
I'm
eat a
saying?
piece of
Okay, I
cheese?
see.
wait,
You
hold
see
on.
what
Okay,
I'm saying?
let,
You
let,
see what I'm
let,
saying?
let me play this out for you again.
Okay.
If it's under 2.5, Islam wins. I owe
Yep.
you 40. If it goes
Correct.
over 2.5 and Poirier wins, you owe me 40.
I owe you 40. If it goes over and Islam wins, break even. Nothing.
And
Miller,
if
have
it
you ever seen
goes
a bunny
under
rabbit?
and Dustin wins.
I'll do
And
that.
if it goes
Miller. I'll do
under
that
and-
if you want.
And
Yeah.
Dustin wins.
Hey,
I
wait.
still
and
win,
if,
right?
And if it goes under and Dustin wins, that's break even
Yes.
also.
That's break. No, under and Dustin wins. Should be a break even, but I'll even let Miller have 20 on that one. I'll give Miller 20 if that happens.
Wow, Miller, take it.
Miller,
If
have
he
you
goes
ever
under and
seen a?
Dustin wins, I'll let him have 20. I'm shaking, Miller. I'm shaking. You just can't
There's-
see me. I'm
oh
shaking.
man,
okay?
this is easy.
Yeah.
This is.
Action.
I actually, at first, I'm not gonna lie. At first, you sounded ridiculous, and I was like, "This guy's on crack."
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, I don't even know what this guy's talking about. That's an interesting bet.
Interesting, right? Yeah. very
Just to
interesting.
lay it
Makes
out one more,
fun.
just to lay it out one more time. Over 2.5 rounds, Poirier wins. You owe me 40. Under 2.5 rounds,
40.
Islam wins. I owe you 40. Poirier under 2.5, you owe me 20.
Yep.
And I think that's it. And
Islam
over 2.5,
over,
Islam.
break even.
Okay, that's
Break even. Nothing. Yeah.
Trey. What do you
'Cause
think about all
that's
this, man?
that's the most likely scenario I think is gonna happen.
The only
I
way you
think it's
have
going
to
up.
pay him is if it's
It's under
Over.
Islam.
I mean, if it's under and Islam wins, that's the only way
Yeah.
you have to pay him.
It's the only way you have to pay me. Yeah.
I mean, I think that's fair,
Yeah.
being that Islam is a minus 625. What's up,
You
Joe?
owe
Exactly.
him. You owe
exactly,
him.
Miller.
Yeah, I
exactly.
think
You
that's
owe
fair.
him
Fair.
40. You owe him $40 or nothing.
It's fair. Yeah, exactly. No, he could.
And-
yeah,
and
yeah, he
not
could owe me
only-
40 or nothing.
And
Yep.
not only does that have to happen, he has to do it in the under. So he's like adding an extra thing onto it. You might as well do that.
Yeah.
He's basically doing a parlay against you.
That's a whole
I
12
know.
minutes
I'm
and
just
50
saying,
seconds. That's
I
a
know
long
Islam's
time.
gonna win. It's just,
That's a long time.
I know Islam's just gonna win, but if it's over, it's break even. I don't
He's a
like taking
minus
away the money from my
625,
friend.
so he's a minus
Yeah.
625, which is crazy. I mean,
That's a great bet
it-
for you, Miller.
it's-
That's like
I mean, I think it's pretty even. I
you
think it's
don't
pretty
really have
fair
any-
by the
Great
numbers.
bet. It's a great bet.
he's a
so
minus
Islam just took down
625.
the second round.
He's a
Yeah,
minus-
you know what? You
What's
know
the-
what's actually gonna knock him out? Conor McGregor's gonna knock Islam out.
All right,
I
this
can
is
see it.
all right. This
I can see
and
it.
then you
see
see what I have to deal with. Chad?
If you want to,
I
if you want to
agree.
think, if you think that Islam's gonna lose by knockout,
You're not
it's gonna
serious,
be
right?
McGregor.
You're not
No,
serious, right?
if you think Islam's gonna lose by a knockout, it's gonna be either McGregor or Topuria, 100%.
McGregor's not
That's the
even
only
beating
way.
McGregor's not even beating Chandler. Y'all saw
You
the
don't
clip,
believe
right?
Whoa.
Miller, you
yeah.
don't believe that.
Yeah, y'all saw the clip, right?
Miller, you don't believe that.
I changed my
I've
mind.
don't
been in the
believe
club.
that.
I saw that, Miller.
Yeah, I seen the clip. He looks great. He
He's
looks
pulling
great.
Ryan Garcia.
He might be
mean-
pulling the Ryan Garcia.
He got popped for steroids, to be fair.
Come
Uh,
on,
Yeah.
But
you don't believe that.
That's crazy. He got popped for steroids. Oh, come on. Wow, that's I mean
He didn't
just,
get popped. You believe that? They're trying to bring him down, Miller.
I mean,
he finessed Vegas, and they're trying to bring him down.
Even the B sample, he's tested positive.
Osterine? Oh gosh, that's
Conor
like Ben Gay.
Plug says Conor kills Islam. I don't even know if he kills Chandler.
With a gun? What do you mean?
I don't think he beats. I don't even know if he beats Chandler.
Wait,
all right, is Conor serious?
Is Plugs talking about in real life or in an octagon?
He's talking about in the octagon. Am I crazy for wanting featherweight Conor again? That would be amazing, but that man cannot even sniff anywhere close to 145. I don't think he beats Chandler.
Trey, is he talking in real life or is he joking?
I can't even hear Miller. Is he still talking right now? Can anybody else hear him?
Do you guys think he beats Chandler?
I can hear him.
What did I say that was wrong?
You think that Stipe can protect his butt from John Jones?
Well, that's another that's another conversation.
He's not an LA boy.
That's all right. Listen, we're
not
getting
an LA boy.
We're getting way off the rails here.
I'm talking about fighting. I'm talking about fighting.
We're getting way off the rails here, but
I'm not talking. What do y'all think I'm talking about?
No. But serious question. Is John Jones on the other side? Does he play for the other side? Serious question.
Yeah, he's black.
Duh.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Is he? You know,
He's
you're talking about white versus black?
No. What? And I'm the one drinking. I don't know what's.
Can't say it.
Joe, is he GAY?
Is he happy? I'm sure he's happy. He's a millionaire.
All right. So now Joe's just being difficult. All right, Drew. What do you say?
I can't say what I want to say. Just put it that way.
No, go ahead.
He's a.
Nah, come on.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that word. It might get Miller's channel banned. But
I mean, Trey has done it plenty of times. Do you remember the early days with Trey?
It rhymes with Saget.
I think you just said the word. Wait, what did he just say?
I said it rhymes with Saget.
Oh, okay.
That's what John Jones is.
I thought you actually listen. If you guys saw the Guru Part 3, that video is insane. All right, back to fighting. Let's talk a little bit more about Poirier, Makhachev, but the whole Conor Chandler thing. I don't know why you guys weren't taking that serious. Chandler, no chance.
I think he dog walked Chandler.
Really? Why?
Chandler's not good.
I think it's a 50-50 fight, and McGregor's going to catch him.
And Conor's good now?
I think it's a 50-50 fight, and I think McGregor's going to catch him, though.
50.
Tell me a Michael Chandler win you're proud of. Dan Hooker. All right, Dan Hooker sucks. Give me another one.
Tell me a Conor
Tony Ferguson sucks. All right, give me another one.
That was actually a nice win. That was one of the most beautiful knockouts.
Tell me one you're proud of. Tell me somebody who's on Conor's level. Tony Ferguson's on Conor's level. Okay, that's hilarious.
I mean, he was doing well against
Dan
Poirier.
Hooker's on Conor's level.
All these fights.
He's kind of right.
Listen, it's a fair point, but he was beating Gaethje in the first round. He almost got Oliveira out of there. When was the last time that Conor McGregor has won a dominant fight?
He broke his ankle in the last fight, and he was winning.
Okay, back to the question.
He was winning that fight.
Back to the question. When was his last good win? I answered yours.
Nate Diaz probably.
2000
probably Cerrone.
2016.
Cerrone.
Two. Yes, I don't even count Cerrone. Cerrone's bum, bro.
Exactly. I think Trey. I hate
bro,
to say it.
that's his last good win. What do you mean? Okay, so that's not his last good win. Then why after that did everyone start throwing the shoulders that he did in that fight? Everybody does that now from that fight.
I don't.
Yeah.
So that's not a big win. That wasn't good.
Well, it was a shitty win, but good move. People said, that move might work. Let me try that.
That's your argument, Trey, and that's Trey's argument. And I'm
just saying.
Is your mic working right now?
Y'all act like that's a nothing fight. Y'all act like that's a nothing fight, but everybody was watching that apparently because everyone took a move that happened in that fight and they do it in the UFC now.
That fight is not a meaningful fight, and that was happening before Conor.
Oh gosh!
You're telling me the Cerrone fight was meaningful?
Yes.
Admit about
fight. It was a
comeback.
comeback.
That fight is meaningful now. I mean, no,
It means
I don't-
nothing, Miller. Don't listen to him.
Meaningful now. Meaningful now. No, but I'm just saying it was his comeback fight at the time. That was like his big time. He's finally back.
So again,
It was against a bum who never won a belt. Shut up. He's
thank you.
garbage.
As
bum.
much as
He's
I
a Hall of Famer.
as much as I hate to agree
He's
with
a Hall
Drew,
of Famer. He's the Hall of Famer for being a tough guy journeyman.
that's a fact.
Okay, so what was that against
He's a
Dustin
Derek
then?
Lewis Hall
What
of
was
Famer.
all that against Dustin? That's the same thing he did against Dustin. He just lost to him instead of beating him. What's the
Well, he
difference?
beat Dustin. He beat Dustin. Let's not get it twisted.
A long time ago.
Yeah, he
very-
cracked
a
the boy's
very long time.
egg head.
What's the difference between
Doesn't matter.
Dustin and Cowboy? You just won or lost because you just talk. I don't know who you're describing
What?
when you say journeyman. Who
I'm
never
describing
won.
Cowboy Cerrone.
It's not a
Oh,
journey,
I
man.
thought you were describing Dustin.
No, I'm talking about Connor's win didn't mean nothing because of Cowboy being a journeyman in that fight.
Okay, that's what Dustin is.
Trey, this is
I'm
probably
saying
one of the
so.
worst
There,
takes you've ever
Dustin's
had.
Same thing.
Dustin's nicer than Cowboy. Trey, stop it. Like, shut up.
Yeah, what do you,
Why? Why?
And he has an interim title at least.
Oh my gosh! Get out of here with the interim titles. I'm done.
I mean, that's at
Trey,
least
Dustin
that's
is better
something to
than
say he's nicer
Cowboy.
than Cowboy.
Are we gonna hold? Okay, so the BMF belt means something too then.
Connor's on a 5-fight skid, says Beta. He's a bum.
So the
No.
BMF belt means something too then, right? We hold that high regards then. That's how much weight that the interim title holds. Same amount of weight as the BMF belt.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Kobe
BMF is cooler.
BMF is not the worst, but going back, hold on a second, Trey, we can't let you escape this one. You were talking as if Chandler hasn't accomplished anything in his career or recently. What has Conor accomplished?
Give me
What makes you so confident in
okay.
Conor? That's all I'm asking. What makes you so confident?
That doesn't answer. But Miller, you're saying that as an answer for the Chandler question. That don't answer the Chandler question. Name me a win you're proud of. Dan Hooker, Tony
There's none.
Ferguson.
Trey's right on that.
Give me
Trey's
a
right.
win you're proud of.
The Ferguson
There's
fight.
0. I agree, Trey.
The Ferguson fight. It's
No,
not
there's
bad.
0. Trey, I agree. That's why it's a perfect fight because
Okay.
Chandler hasn't done nothing and McGregor hasn't done nothing in a long time.
Drew, great
Perfect
point.
fight.
Yeah, that you have a fair
Yeah.
question, but who's worse, Chandler or McGregor?
Chandler. Definitely. Definitely.
How?
Oh,
All we have is Cerrone.
Connor's got a
McGregor
still
has
leg
legendary
now. He's about to
moments.
bang it right upside his head.
This is horrible.
McGregor
Trey.
has
This-
legendary moments. Like, we
Yeah,
all know.
2016,
he's capable
Drew.
of.
2015,
Well,
2016.
He
Well,
was the face of
we
the
talking
league.
about-
He was the face of the UFC.
It's
Yeah,
20
he still is the face, low key. He still is the face.
That doesn't mean
Like,
he's
how-
good.
He's the
still
biggest
good.
draw in the UFC. He's the most entertaining fighter ever.
Oh, so you guys
He'll-
are
ever-
that
anything,
power will
not
never
just-
leave.
Listen,
that power
listen.
won't go.
Not just UFC. He is the most entertaining fighter ever on any platform.
so
Yeah,
you guys are
correct.
serious that you guys think that Conor's going to beat Chandler. You guys are serious.
Yes, I'm serious. Yes, I'm dead serious. I think it's gonna be a
Okay.
knockout. I think
Simple,
it's gonna knock him out.
simple question. Serious, and I'm not being sarcastic.
Yes.
Why?
No,
Why?
because I think he has better boxing, better hands than him. He has better striking than him. And we all know Chandler in big, huge fights like that doesn't fight smart. He doesn't go out there and just know, oh, I can out wrestle him. I'm gonna wrestle him.
Bingo.
He's gonna go out there and try to entertain the crowd. And he's gonna stand there with McGregor and he's
Yeah.
gonna get caught and get banged up.
Thank you,
Okay,
Drew,
go
for
ahead.
giving me a decent
Why?
argument.
Why? Look,
Yeah.
it's all up here. It's all up here. It's all in the brain.
Mhm.
It's because he goes out there and just swings as hard as he can.
Exactly.
Michael Chandler is the bad part of Justin Gaethje. Every single fight, though, he makes
It's
the
actually funny.
same mistake
That's actually funny.
every single fight. He cannot stop. He can't control himself. He can't pace himself. He has to go balls to the wall, and he ends up getting caught and getting knocked down. Getting hurt.
Why are we
It just
trusting?
It happens every time.
Another serious question: why are we trusting that Conor comes back good after the whole leg injury, him being out for
Got
such a long
still leg
time?
now.
Miller, he's
He'll
been
be-
trying to fight.
he
The
won't
UFC
be-
have been preventing him. He's been
Yeah.
trying to fight.
But people that come back
He
from that
won't-
injury never come back the same, right? You see Silva, you see Weidman.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
He's not
they're-
going to come back. He's not going to be the same. He's going to be a titanium.
Whoa!
human being.
Weidman got the
He's
dub.
going to
Weidman
kick
got the
him
dub
right. He's going
recently.
to kick him right in his head and knock him out with his titanium
He
shin he has
won't.
now. He'll be better.
He won't be the prime McGregor, but he'll be good enough to beat Chandler.
I think
Definitely.
his
Miller,
timing is
that's
going to
what
be
I'm
off.
saying.
I think he's going to be slow. I think he's going to have a tough time landing a good clean shot to put Chandler out. I think Chandler's going to win the decision.
You just said McGregor's
So
going to
you
have a
think
tough time
Chandler's
beating him
good?
all?
I think he's better than Connor. I do believe right now.
Ooh.
Right now, not
Why,
historic,
though?
not
You
historically.
haven't given one reason.
Because
So
Connor's
when?
last
So in what?
Connor's last good win, I can't remember. His last win was Cerrone. Before that was, I don't know, 2016? That's like 8 years. The man's not the same. I think
He
we're living
barely
in the
fights.
past.
He
We're
barely
living
fights.
we're living in the past.
He don't have to fight.
You can say whatever you want about Chandler. It's an entertaining fight, a back and forth, and he's there to fight. Connor,
You think Conor
injury-
McGregor's beating? You listen. You think Conor McGregor's beating Hooker, Dan Hooker?
right now? Yeah, probably.
You
Yes,
think Conor
Miller,
McGregor
come
would
on.
beat Dan Hooker?
Probably.
Do you think
Yes.
Conor? Do you think Conor McGregor would beat Tony Ferguson?
Duh.
Right now, yes, but okay, but
Is
okay.
he really thinking about this, y'all?
But
Is he
wait, hold
really
on,
sitting
hold
here
on.
thinking about
Hold
this?
on.
No joke.
Hold on. Can I say something? And I would love to hear you guys' thoughts. I believe Connor doesn't beat Benoit at 155. Do you guys believe he beats Benoit at 155?
Yes.
Yes.
With the
Knockout.
snap infection, yes.
This is weird, man. This whole
If he has
believing
a
in
snap
Connor
infection,
in
yes.
2024 is
Okay,
weird.
Miller.
It's weird.
Miller, can we say this?
Okay.
Can we say this?
Mhm.
He has some of the best striking you've ever seen in the UFC. Can we say that?
Connor?
Yes. Correct.
I think it matters when. Back in 2016, yes, maybe.
Miller.
And not even that much.
Here's what I'm.
He still got
Here's
it,
what I'm
Melly. He
saying,
still
though.
got it.
He
I don't know.
looked good in his last fight against Dustin. He was winning that fight. He looked good.
He looked average.
He looked good, and then he snapped his
If
ankle.
he comes out
He
in
looked
that
He
average.
was
karate
looking
stance,
good.
look out. If
He
it
looked-
comes out karate stance McGregor,
Oh.
look out. Somebody's getting knocked out.
I was about to say, like,
If
he
he
was
comes-
outstriking
if he
Poirier.
If he
He
comes out in the
was,
boxing
100%.
in the one where he broke his leg, he was out striking him. He was winning.
Connor can't make
But, I
155
mean,
says
if it-
beta. True.
If it comes down to if he comes out in that boxing stance, like heavy on his foot, then I'll be like, ugh, be feeling a little nervous about it. If he comes out bouncing and loose in that karate stance, I'll be like,
I think we. I know this is gonna sound like hate, but we have to admit too, right? Connor was kind of a weight bully. At
You're a
155, he was huge.
You're a
He
hater, man.
relied on that advantage. What are
Uh,
they gonna be fighting at? 170, 185? Like he's not that guy
A
anymore.
weight bully.
He was a weight bully,
wait,
absolutely.
little 155.
Trey, you're muted. Trey, Trey, something's wrong with your mic. I saw your mouth moving, but no words came through.
Khabib was bigger than Connor.
Yeah.
Dog walked that man too. Sunned him.
Yeah, he was bigger than him.
Connor,
That's a
Connor
weight
is
bully.
Connor is Khabib's son. Connor is Khabib's son.
Oh,
Khabib is the
God.
father. You're still muted, Trey. If I don't know what's going on. You guys don't hear Trey, right?
No, thank God.
No, I don't hear him. Something about like beating the crap out of somebody and then him not having a scratch on his face and then being able to fight all your homies and cousins off in the same night. That just doesn't sit well with me. I don't know what it is. Like if you beat someone up in 4 rounds, they should look beat up. You know what I mean?
Connor was in there saying, "I was just playing Khabib. I'm sorry. I was just trying to
He
sell the
didn't have a
fight."
scratch on it. He didn't have a scratch on his face and then was sleeping his cousins after the fight.
Stop it,
He
Trey.
got pummeled. He got
Ethan.
pummeled. He got ragdolled. Yes, we get it. But man didn't have a scratch on his face. Like, come on.
I don't want to keep ignoring Trey. Trey, let's see if we could get him back before we continue this blasphemous talk. Trey, dude. Oh, there you go. There you go. You're back.
I'm not.
There you go.
Yeah.
We hear you now. This is
That's
sad,
well.
guys. There must be something in the water. Where are you guys at? South Carolina, North Carolina? I mean, you have one guy
North
golfing
Carolina.
a-
Don't ever disrespect
you guys, you have one guy golfing a 132. That should say it all right there. That agrees with
Yeah,
you.
Joe. I wouldn't
That's-
say that anymore in public. I
That
would
was
just take that one.
That's my
and
first
keep
time
that to
ever
yourself.
playing golf ever.
I would-
I wouldn't say it.
I would
Yeah.
wouldn't say it.
I
I
just
would
said
do
it. I'm
better than
honest.
I would do better than that. I've never played, I promise.
I would stop being honest if I was
No,
you.
no mulligans, no nothing.
Have y'all seen McGregor lately? That boy look kind of
Yeah, partying in the club.
Locked in.
Not that. I'm talking about his body, his training videos. He looked kind of no diddy. He looked
Sexy.
kind of in shape.
He
Yeah, he looked kind of in shape.
he's
That boy looked kind of swole.
He looks sexy.
Y'all see
Y'all
Hamza?
y'all seen the new Planet of the Apes? He looks like Proximus.
I actually want to see that movie. My in-laws are going to see that today. All right,
Proximus, right?
He
guys,
looks like Koba. He really do look like Koba.
we've been live for an hour 20 minutes. It has been a great show. It's been fun. We just have to, park the car. The show's almost over. Poirier Makhachev, closing thoughts. We'll love to hear just, if there's anything that you didn't get off your chest about this fight, this is the time to do it or forever hold your peace. I say Poirier 5th round knockout against Makhachev. If there's anything else you guys want to share.
You're just saying like a pipe dream. It's like
Miller, this is worse than your Jamal Hill take.
This is like 5th round knockout. Like not every fight is Usman versus what's his face? I can't remember. I don't even know his name.
Against Leon, who
Leon Edwards,
who does have a fight lined up against. Remember the decision, Bilal. Let me just share. Let me just say one thing.
Tragic. That's tragic.
Let me say one thing.
Tragic.
You guys were talking the same exact way when it was Benoit versus Poirier.
Miller, stop.
Yeah, because we thought what we were getting. We got confused about the staph infection. We didn't know that that's what was going on.
It would have. I genuinely believe it would have played out the same way.
I didn't realize he had a hole in his head.
Yeah, if I would have known he had a real life staph infection, I would have been like, toss up fight.
I'm pretty sure Trey said, because there were reports about Benoit having staph, and I'm pretty sure Trey said, "Oh, it doesn't matter what he has. He could be missing a leg. Poirier's a bum. Benoit's gonna win." I'm pretty sure you knew, Trey, and I'm pretty sure there's evidence.
I will say, I do think he could still beat him with one leg.
Okay.
Without a staph infection, though. If he didn't have a staph infection, but he only had one leg, I do think he would win that fight.
Oh my God.
Beta says, "No way, this is worse than the Jamal Hill. That was bad." Plug says, "Pressure makes diamonds and new." Plugs has been right a lot as of recent. Mustache says, "Islam 3rd round." What are your guys' final prediction on this fight?
Islam by I don't care. Domination, complete domination.
All right, there you have it from 132. Mm-hmm.
Via Islam via eating cheese, rat eating cheese.
Again, this is coming from Mr. 132.
I got a weird submission. I'm gonna say Islam armbar round 2. Armbar submission round 2.
Oh, you want to go for a submission? I say Islam by.
I say submission. Round 2, armbar.
What round did you say, Drew, again? Round 2, armbar?
Twister.
2, armbar.
Islam's going to get the Bryce Mitchell twister. He's going to hit the Bryce Mitchell twister.
He don't have it in him.
He don't have
it in him.
Rest in peace, Bryce Mitchell.
He probably don't even know how to do that. That's like rare. Only 3 people in the UFC have done that.
This might be the
most.
Whatever
happened to Bryce Mitchell?
Yeah, he's probably still sleeping somewhere
Whatever
in the Apex. He's in the Apex.
What do you mean? Relax.
He's still in the Apex.
He just had a kid. He had a kid. He's been being a father.
So Josh Emmett is a grandfather now. Interesting.
Does his son have a dent in his chin like him?
Trey's crying in his room right now. Plugs might have the most. We got to hear Trey's final prediction, but Plugs might have the most accurate one. If Islam wins, it probably is the way Plug said. Islam via nut hug. He's gonna make the fight boring, guys. I don't even know why you guys love this guy so much. That's his only way to win.
Gonna win.
I don't love him. I hate him. I hate all them little Russian. Yeah, I hate them. I don't want to say any more words.
Those terrorist rats.
So Drew says armbar round 2. Joe says what? Twister round what?
Twister 30 seconds.
All right.
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
30 second twister.
This has become a comedy show. Chat, let us know your final prediction in the chat. Please do, because we're gonna hold this for record. I say Poirier 5th round knockout. Joe, Mr. 132 says Twister in 30 seconds. Drew says armbar in the 2nd round. Plug says nut hug. That's his only chance of winning. He's
okay,
a
Miller.
fighter.
Okay, or he could catch him with D's.
All right. Anyway, so Trey, final predictions, Trey.
I'm saying 2nd round easily. Dustin's gonna be getting absolutely pummeled. It goes to the ground, and Islam hits him with the triangle choke, and it's over.
Second round triangle choke. That's your final prediction?
Triangle. I can see that.
That's disgusting. What's the over under that Poirier pulls the gilly? Does he go for it at least once?
He's not. He better not. He better not.
What if he pulls the gilly and gets Von? What if he pulls the gilly and gets Von Flute choked out cold?
I've been hearing that as a recent, which is
that would be nuts.
Which is hilarious.
Crazy. Oh, that would be hilarious.
Do you guys know the Concord? He says very educational and professional. Dustin wins. Dustin 4th round gilly says beta. Okay, let's have fun. Let's have fun though. Who says between Trey and Drew and myself? Does he pull the gilly?
100% he's gonna pull it. He's gonna pull it.
I say he doesn't. I say he doesn't at all.
I say he does it once. I say he does it once early.
He'll do it one time. One time he'll do it. And it's because he's already going down. It's because he's already going down, probably.
Can we have a fun $5 bet? I say he doesn't at all. You guys say yes. I'll bet both of you guys $5.
Yeah.
Are you guys okay?
I'll do that.
That's a fun one. Because I'm gonna be pissed off.
So all he has to do is pull it one time.
He does that at any moment. He does that at any moment. $5 to you guys.
Miller.
He's gonna get taken down, and as soon as he's getting taken down, he's just gonna go.
Exactly. I think he pulls it so much because he knows he's going down, and it's just like I know I'm gonna get a takedown. Let me just see if I could sneak this in here too. Yeah, like a reaction thing.
A little bit. It braces the falls.
If he does this at all, two things. One, I'll send you guys $5 immediately. Two, I'm not gonna lie, I'll be pissed because he needs to learn by now. He hasn't finished it. It needs to stop.
He doesn't
learn. Champion. He doesn't learn.
Listen, he went for it, lost it, even though he almost finished it on Benoit. Can we agree on that? Almost locked it in. Benoit looked in danger.
No, he was nowhere close to locking it in.
Even though that was
he tried it like 4 times, and he escaped the same way 4 times.
Really? Every time he pulled it, I'm like, oh, yep, let's go. We're definitely going to the ground. Here we go. Like, I'm hype he's pulling it.
Beta said, just pay them now.
Literally.
Literally. He's going to pull it.
He's going to pull it.
Last one to circle back. We had a great show, especially on Memorial Day. Great viewership. So thank you guys for that.
Wait, are you saying Johnny Walker fight week?
No,
is it Johnny Walker? Is it Johnny Walker fight week?
Johnny Walker's a bum. Johnny Walker's a bum. Johnny Walker's a bum. Last and final thing, we said it in the very beginning. This stream flew by. If Poirier wins, if Poirier loses, retirement. Thoughts on that?
Me or
both of you guys? Just to circle back a little bit.
Drew,
if you guys...
go ahead and answer, Drew.
I think if he loses, then he definitely needs to retire. Like, he needs to hang it up bad, because that's his 3rd shot at the belt now. His last title run. If you're not fighting to make, like, I guess, like, if he wants to still get some like big fights to make money, but like his title aspirations are over if he loses this one. And if he wins, I think he should keep fighting. There's a bunch of big fights. If he wins, I think he should keep fighting a couple more times. I think there's some big fights to make if he wins, but if he loses, he needs to hang him up. That's my thought.
Exactly what I said. If he wins, he's been on this journey for so long, talking all the yip, getting a title shot he doesn't even deserve. He owes it to the UFC to fight again. Like, he has to defend it. He owes it to the UFC because he didn't deserve it to begin with, and now he owes them a couple. Like, that just is what it is. If he loses, it's time. It's over. It's over. Say it with me. It's only 1, 2, 3 strikes. You're out. You're done. You had 3 chances. You're gone. It's over. That is what it is. It's great. You had your money fights. You fought Conor. Hey, and guess what? You won him twice. One of them is like, who knows what would have happened in that fight if Conor wouldn't have broke his leg, because I think he was winning personally. I really do think he was winning that fight, and I think he would have possibly won that fight. But you did it. You did it. You had your 3 shots. It's unfortunate. Life's unfair. Islam's the champion. you're not good enough anymore. You're at the back end of your career. You had your big money fights. Leave. It's time to go. Don't be a Jorge Masvidal who just sticks around and thinks they're still a top guy when they just sit there and lose the whole time. You're never going to be a top guy. You were never the top guy.
So you say he loses, he's done. He should be done. If he wins, he'll fight again. That's what you're saying? Just a
for his career's sake. No, I'm saying he owes the UFC to defend the title at
So
least
you think he will?
2 or 3 times if he wins. He
Okay.
owes that to the UFC because he doesn't deserve this title shot.
And you believe he'll do that, right? So that's what I'm saying. If he wins, you believe he'll fight again.
Not a snowball's chance. I don't think he's gonna win, so that
No, I
doesn't
know.
really matter.
I know, but if he does, right?
If he does, he has to. Like
That's what I'm asking. Okay, yeah. So you believe he will if he wins. I know you don't believe he has no chance, but if he does win, you believe he'll fight. If he loses, you think he'll fight retire. Again. Okay.
If he loses, he better retire.
Okay.
If he wins, who does he fight?
For his career's sake. If he loses, Miller, there's nothing else he can hang around and do to boost his career. There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing.
I'm not trolling. This is my last opinion, belief for the day. Oh, I'm not even trolling. If he loses, first off, if he wins, and I think it'll be a little bit gangster too. If he wins, I think he retires, rides off into the sunset, and I will be proud. I'll do one of these. Good job. He deserves it. It's justified. No one should talk bad about him if he wins. If he loses,
he should do that because he won't win another fight if he wins this one. So he should do that. But
I don't know about that because then again, imagine Conor beats Chandler and then you do that title fight. That'll be crazy. That's an option. But I think if he wins, he retires.
You don't think they give him you don't think they would give Islam an instant rematch if he lost?
They might Jose Aldo him. With Conor being available, if Conor beats Chandler, I think you have to do Poirier Conor for the belt. That's a very as
Conor
crazy as it sounds.
Chandler, that would be crazy.
Oh, that's a very believable fight. That'll probably break pay-per-view buys of all time. As crazy as it sounds.
You got me hoping. You got me wanting Poirier to win now, just so I can see that.
Oh, that's almost a no-brainer. Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you something really, really crazy.
Mm-hmm.
If Islam loses, does he retire?
What? No.
No.
What kind of question? Trey, have you been smoking today? What's going on, Trey?
Good?
I'm just saying.
What?
Trey, he could go up a weight class, maybe.
Is that crazy?
Yeah, that's crazy. He's number one pound for pound.
He don't even want to fight anybody in his division, really.
I honestly think a narrative will be, oh, he slipped on a banana peel, Poirier won by luck. I think people would even run with that.
They would.
I'm just saying. I know this might be an absolutely wild statement.
Trey took an edible.
After Islam's first... No, I didn't. I wish I did. After Islam's first loss, I think he could retire.
That's okay. I thought I was bad. Like sometimes I hear myself talking and I'm like, okay, that sounds a little crazy, even though I believe it all.
Since being the champ, when he loses the belt, I think he might retire.
Trey, you beat me by
that
far.
Sounds crazy.
It sounds dumb. It sounds pretty stupid, actually. I don't know. I think you're gonna wake up tomorrow. I think you're gonna wake up tomorrow in Texas like, yeah, I was tripping. My bad, guys. That's just a horrible take.
Can see
that's a horrible take. Going back to mine, I think mine is very believable. Poirier wins, Conor wins. It's a no-brainer. You do that for the title. But I think if he wins, he retires. I think if he loses, he fights again because he can't take losing and retiring. I think Poirier is a little bit too prideful for that. Just genuinely. We'll let Joe say whatever he wants, and then we'll let Trey.
Joe good?
Joe, you good?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, you joined, so I figured you had one more thing to say.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I'm just starting to realize that Miller just likes to go off his gut feelings. He likes to go off his feelings. He doesn't really like to go off like logic and stats.
Have I not been right about
that? All right, y'all, I got a phone call I got to answer, guys. Y'all love y'all.
Much
Good
love.
show. Great show.
Can't wait to collect
Good
money
show,
this
boys.
weekend.
Yep. Johnny Walker's the GOAT.
That's all. That's all I wanted to say.
Listen, we're gonna let Trey close the show in a little bit. Joe, any last thoughts?
That's all I wanted to say.
Oh, all right.
That's it. That's all I wanted to say.
Concord says, "Get this great value Shane Gillis out of here." Damn, Trey, they're just, jeez.
Great
Shut
value,
up, dummy.
Shane
Nobody
Gillis.
even knows who you are.
Great value Shane Gillis is actually wild. That's that's
Not even funny. It doesn't even make any sense.
Who said that?
The Concord, new viewer Concord. Thank you for coming through. Don't forget to subscribe. Listen, my last words. Trey, I'm gonna let you close out the show like you always do. You've been doing a great job. We thank you, Trey, for being here. My last thoughts. Poirier, 5th round knockout. Conor beats Chandler, maybe. They run it at 155 for the title. #1 commentary channel on YouTube. We'll be live early for the prelims this weekend, so be here. You could call in on the weekend and share your thoughts some more. Poirier is going to get the job done. I have no doubt. I'm out. Trey, you have the floor.
This guy's an absolute clown. I'm so sorry that y'all had to wait on us to come back, but we're finally back. The source, the king, the one who gets it done. Mr. Intel was back to bless your ears once again, to bless your eyes once again, and drop a little bit of MMA knowledge on you, because all you little fanboys and clowns are just like Miller and have no idea what you're talking about. Look, I thought Miller was going to take a little time. I thought he was going to look himself in the mirror. I thought he was going to get right with the Lord and right with himself and finally say, hey, look, I've been talking crazy all this year. I'm done doing it. I'm going to talk logical. I'm going to talk with some sense. But nope, sure enough, he walks himself right back on the stream once again and continues to look at himself in the camera and say some of the worst things I've ever heard in my entire life. There is no chance that Dustin Poirier is going to win. It just ain't happening. He's going to be choked out so easy. It's going to be a 2nd round finish. It's going to be a quick night for Islam, and he's going to be on his way. And I'm telling y'all right now, if Dustin Poirier has any sense or any smarts left in his body, he will retire after he loses this fight. It's the only logical thing for him to do. But with that being said, we go into the weekend and we'll see what happens. UFC 302 is on its way. I'm the source. I'm the king. I'm the one who gets it done. I'm Mr. Intel. You listen to the #1 live MMA commentary channel on YouTube. And we're going, baby.